I believe that Indiana's prospects in this realm are boundless right now. For sometimes sad reasons, many of our sister states are in very difficult shape today, including those coastal states which have often dominated foreign direct investment. I was in California for the first time in any meaningful way in a long time recently, and I saw business leaders ranging from young, fantastically successful entrepreneurs up to legends of business who have built and operated great companies out there a long time. And the stories they told about the cost and the difficulty of doing business, about the literal hostility to enterprise that too often characterizes that state and other states like it today. On the one hand, saddened me. On the other hand, stimulated me to think that there's a great opportunity now. If a state embraces the world, if a state shows in every possible way that it revels in the idea of welcoming people from anywhere and making both a great economic home and a great home for those who are willing to come to us from elsewhere. Success in this world requires human understanding. Hoosiers are made for this. We are a naturally kind and gracious and welcoming people. I've heard the story so many times, particularly because we have such a deep now experience with Japanese companies. I know you could get this story in different cultural contexts, but I've heard it said and seen it myself that many times if a Japanese executive comes to Indiana, the wife cries. She's going to go far from home to some strange place, knowing no one, not the language, not the customs. And then, after a period of years, when it's time to go home from Indiana, the wife cries because she has made such good friends, been made to feel so at home, so loved, so valued. This is the way we are. I cannot resist tonight this thought that every time I'm in the little town, northeast town of Bern, I think of my friend Gus Watanabe, a friend to this organization, a leader of our community in so many ways. And his family, at a time in which Japanese Americans were being interned and viewed with all the suspicion that a world at war gives rise to, found their way to a little town in Indiana and were made to feel welcome all those years ago. And I just think to myself, if Hoosiers weren't the way we are, we'd never have had Gus. We'd not have had the fantastic contributions that he made, the lives that he saved. And so this is the kind of state we are in our best moments and must be. Now, the work is not done. Absent human contact, absent the face-to-face understanding that the center and that each of you in different ways are constantly making possible, it's all too easy for suspicion and the worst of human nature to take over. Just 3 years ago, our state came close due to simple, old-fashioned xenophobia to losing the business deal of the century when we were offered billions of dollars. We liberated billions of dollars of trap value from a toll road losing money. Fortunately, xenophobia finished second, and the deal was done. And billions of dollars are being invested in the long-term future of our state in ways that our children and grandchildren will benefit from. And so that we know that that sort of feeling, that sort of fear of the different, of the alien, of the foreign, does not survive contact with real people. And that's why the work of the center, to me, is so central. It was such a brilliant innovation when you think about it, for people like Dick Lugar, K.P. Singh was there at the beginning. All those years ago, we weren't having conversations like this 4 decades ago. What a great notion that a city, that a community that aspired to be something greater ought to have a means of opening itself and connecting itself to the greater world around. And now, these years later, we see how smart that was. I just want to leave with this thought. I am always on the lookout and frequently active in cautioning against mission creep. Government is very bad about this. I know a lot of nonprofits that are. There's a very natural human tendency to try to grow and expand and build empires or territories. I hope that, however, that this organization, the International Center, will experience some mission creep. I know it is the International Center of Indianapolis, serving all these years very faithfully the central Indiana community. We need this mission to be better pursued statewide. I'm thrilled there are a lot of people here. I met them earlier from northwest corner of our state and from other far-flung areas. To the extent it's possible, to the extent that through your support, the center can enlarge its activities and either directly or indirectly create a statewide capacity to establish human contact and to broaden our cultural understanding. There's just no finer public service that you could perform. There's no way I would rather be known than the way you have graced me with tonight as someone who tries to be a friend to the world. There's no more important way than Indiana can be known than as a place that is open and embracing and welcoming to the world. And that is the work you do, and that is the work I hope we can all do together for many years to come. Thank you so very much.